Good evening, I'm Scott Koral. Thanks for joining us for News 12 Now at 11. We begin with breaking news. People are saying 4 people are dead after another mass shooting at a mall in the south suburbs of Indianapolis. The stock market continued to show losses to end a volatile week. All 3 markets fell on Friday, with the tech sector being the biggest loser, except for maybe your 401k. Gun safety says there have been 77 gun incidents on school grounds this year, resulting in 14 deaths. Then came yesterday in Uvalde, Texas. 19 children, 2 adults, dead. It sent shockwaves throughout the U.S., and Hamilton County was no exception. A recent Associated Press poll shows 1/3 of all Americans believe the country is targeting white males and replacing them with people of other races or religions. It's a theory that has a population growing in number, volume, and violence. Alexis Lewis was the second of 3 people arrested in connection with the shooting along Macaulay Avenue a month ago. Videos from June 5th were shown at Lewis's preliminary hearing today, and Judge Lila Statham was flabbergasted at what she saw. Since he's skeptical, News 12 asked Weston Wamp how he would approach the project if he were to become mayor. He told us he intends to be, quote, a good steward of taxpayer dollars, and he feels there are a lot of questions around that project that still need to be answered. Crime data from the FBI and sorted by CBS News shows that the clearance rate in Tennessee is at its lowest point in 20 years, 40%. Here in Chattanooga, one of those still unsolved eats at the craw of the lead investigator of the Grove Street shooting that killed 2 women and injured 5 others.
If we could go back in time, if we could come here September 25th, 2021, this place was booming. We had a West Side reunion, people enjoying themselves, music going, young ladies just enjoying life. You could see there was all kinds of people out here just having a great time. And for a great day that they had, some of the memories that were shared that day, to have it end in such a tragic way was such a sad thing.
9 months later, 6 children must grow up without their mother. 2 families mourn the loss of their loved ones. And a community continues to ask the question of who did it.
As your chief, a woman, and a mother, I'm burdened with the fact that no one has come forward to speak on behalf of these 7 women. So I'm asking you today to speak up, to stand up, to rise up for these women and send a powerful message to those who brought discord to this community.
There was vehicles stretched all the way down here on each side of the road. There was hundreds of people out here, people on that side of the road, people on this side of the road. Today we look around and there's not a lot of people out here, but every one of these people that you see out here have been, their lives have been changed because of this very event.
The definition of a cold case is an unsolved criminal investigation which remains open pending the discovery of new evidence. Detective Slaughter says he's not giving up, but he needs help to solve the case. He tells News 12 he only needs one person to come forward, but the process is long and takes a lot of courage, and that's something that is hard for much of the community to do.
If we went back here September 25th, if I could have told them what was about to happen at 10 o'clock, nobody would believe it. And then I guess it's hard for me to believe that we have so few people that are willing to come forward and to help us to think that we're not there yet to be able to bring justice within the justice system for that family is very frustrating.
Detective Slaughter is asking anyone with pictures or videos from the West Side reunion to send them through the new Atlas One mobile application. It doesn't ask for your name or any vital information, so you can send them anonymously. A friend of one of the victims, Demetrius Bridges, told News 12 that the community is the key to the case. It's the difference between getting justice for the families of the victims and protecting the killers so crime goes without punishment. A recent Associated Press poll shows 1/3 of all Americans believe the country is targeting white males and replacing them with people of other races or religions. It's a theory that has a population growing in number, volume, and violence.
You will not replace us! You will not replace us! You will not replace us! You will not replace us!
The words from those believing in the Great Replacement theory. Those words grew to action in Pittsburgh, El Paso, now Buffalo. The Great Replacement theory was popularized by a book in 2011 by French author Renaud Camus, generally explaining that the white male is being demographically and culturally replaced with minorities or immigrants, and the plan is masterminded by Jews. Locally, one faith leader says not only is that false, but Jews actually have a mantra to leave the world better than you came into it. They have a way to achieve that.
Have conversations, reach out to people, make friends with these people because they're just like you and I are. We are just Americans trying to make a living, trying to take care of our children, trying to make a better place.
Several news articles trace the roots of the Great Replacement theory to eugenics in Nazi Germany. A local crisis psychologist says we shouldn't return to an 86-year-old idea.
Don't go back down that road. We've been there before. We know where it goes, and it's not pleasant for anybody. So let's learn from history and not go down that road again.
The road both Bernard and Disick say we should travel is one that is biblical in nature. Show everyone that they have value by treating our neighbors as we would ourselves.
If we just treated people as friends, acquaintances, people that we can get to know, even with the disagreements we might have, what a better world this would be.
Michael Disick of the Jewish Federation of Greater Chattanooga wants leaders of all faiths and races to stand together to combat the increase in racially motivated attacks. He says that would mark the beginning of Chattanooga's art of neighboring. The average American may not understand what the American Rescue Plan is. For many of you, you might remember the stimulus checks that were sent out while we've been under the COVID pandemic. That's just a part of it. Cities like Chattanooga also get money to help invest in the communities hit hardest by the pandemic. Chattanooga has $30 million in rescue plan funding from the federal government, and much of it is going towards underserved communities. A couple examples, a low-barrier homeless shelter and money to revitalize the Alton Park neighborhood. The city says these were conscious decisions.
We were going to change the way we do business. And I think the American Rescue Plan that we've presented for these dollars demonstrates that we are going to prioritize organizations that are close to their communities, they're proximate to the problem.
One such problem the city acknowledges is public safety. The incident the city points to as an issue is the shooting along Walnut Street on May 29th. Several teenagers shot at each other downtown, and one victim awaits more brain surgeries. Tognapnua says the answer isn't just putting more officers on the streets, it's engaging our youth early.
If we tried to make the entire responsibility of solving gun violence, the responsibility of our law enforcement officers, we are going to get the exact same results we've gotten for years, which is why we have made this decision to invest in these community-rooted mentorship organizations.
Getting to the youth early can help toward creating a better workforce in Chattanooga. With companies like iFixit coming and Q-Cells down in Dalton expanding, having local people ready for high-tech jobs that are coming is a smart economic decision.
More families that have historically grew up here, that have planted roots here, that have gone to school here for generations, that they were also going to be able to access the prosperity that came with increased investment in our communities.
City Council will go through the funding plan line by line Tuesday morning. The mayor's office believes this is the best path forward to help certain communities now and invest in the growth of others. Whether it passes Tuesday, that's anyone's guess.
I think we're all going to enjoy that. I know I am certainly going to enjoy it. What about you, Scott?
80s are my jam. Dollywood has a new ride. Our own Brian Armstrong will show us his experience up next as News 12 at 11 continues. Boy, it's going to be a hot one this week, so if you see me sweaty, now you know why. Thanks for joining us on News 12 now at 11. When it's late on July 3rd and you hear popping sounds right outside your workplace, it's likely fireworks. This is exactly what we got out the back door at News 12 Now. Not bad. Lookout Mountain as a backdrop. You have really Dunkin' Donuts is over to your left, but you can't see it. But, it was beautiful. It's kind of what I enjoy. Fireworks on the 3rd.
Yeah, and at least we had good weather for it. And we had good weather for most of the fireworks that were downtown tonight. So that's always a plus.
Now, I want people to get your on-air experience of the rant you had about fireworks should be on the 4th, not the 3rd.
Oh, yeah, that's just my soapbox right here. I'm just sad I missed my fireworks.
Well, you got
but
these.
That's okay.
You got these?
Yeah, but I didn't go see them. I should have. I don't know why. But taking a last look at 7-day forecast, we'll be in the 90s for the rest of the week, and we'll have those afternoon showers and storms. Just the typical summertime weather here in Chattanooga, so we're starting to sound like a broken record here.
Well, that's kind of what we do so well.
Right?
Exactly.
It's the dark side of the 90s. Happy 4th, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.